Girlfriend, 24F, cheated on me, 30M, and wants me to take her back 2 days later. As background, I, 30M, have been dating a girl, 24F, for the past 3 months. The entire time she has been very loving, sweet, and what I look for in a girl. However, about 7 days ago she got very upset with me because I gave her unsolicited advice about how to deal with her depression. I tried to reach her how to meditate and look at her problems in a new light. She got very offended and started arguing with me and then said, "I think I want to be done dating." To which I said, okay, because she was being very nasty and I generally don't chase girls once they start being disrespectful. Later that night she threatened to kill herself and she said something along the lines of, "I wish I didn't hurt you. I wish I were a better person so I could be yours forever." I tried talking things out with her, making things better after that. However, she was cold, and did not want to talk to me or officially be a couple, during that time. That went on for 3 days until finally I told her I was going to move on if she wasn't willing to talk and work things out, and that I thought she was being ridiculous for making such a little thing into such a big issue. Finally, after going back and forth for several days, I told her I made a date with a new girl and was going to move on. She said she didn't care. The next day she texts me and tells me she has intercourse with her ex-boyfriend the night I went on a date and that he was better than I ever was. I basically told her to F off at that point. The following morning she texts me and says she loves me and basically wants to make up. I tell her I can't take her back after what she did. That it was too disrespectful. I end up going on a second date with the other girl and she knows about it, so she ends up calling me 14 times that night, sending me a bunch of texts trying to get me to call her and get back with her, etc. etc. I basically tell her to go to hell, because she stepped out on me, banged another dude, and then regrets it and asks to come back almost immediately. The next day we talk more, she is hysterical, calling me a ton of times, even from blocked numbers when I don't answer, etc. etc. I tell her that the only way I'd ever even consider getting back together is if she got an STI test. She had unprotected sex with her ex and he finished inside her, which is crazy, and after I banged another girl too. She refuses to schedule the STI test and says I'm the asshole for going on a date and that is the only reason why she hooked up with her ex. I ended up blocking her and telling her to email me once she has scheduled an STI test and, in a nutshell, I let her know I think she is a terrible, self-centered, SLT and to F off. Does this girl sound absolutely insane? Would I be the biggest sucker for ever considering to take her back in light of what happened? I think I already know the answer, but I want the opinions of the community here. I am completely shell-shocked by what happened. That's a no from me, champ. You two should not be around each other anymore. She started trouble because she was most likely already cheating. The statement on wishing she didn't hurt you and being a better person was her telling you she was cheating. Just continue to block and NC, there's no coming back from everything that's been done. You'll never trust her again. Just laugh at her and walk away. She can never be trusted again. Ever. You've only been dating 3 months but her response to conflict is to run and bang her ex? There is nothing positive in this girl. 3 months and too much drama. It's 3 months. Do you want to have this fight again in 3 months? Is my 25 female husband, 26 male, trying to baby trap me? I, 25 female, think my husband, 26 male, is trying to baby trap me. To give some context, I, 25F, pick up 3 packs of birth control every 3 months. I ran out of my current pack yesterday and went looking for a new pack, as I thought I had picked them up last month. I keep them in the same place in my nightstand, pushed next to some books in a drawer. I've always kept them there for the almost 10 years I've been taking it. They weren't there last night. I told my husband, 26 male, and he suggested I probably ran out. He also helped me look for them and the first place he went was that spot in the nightstand. He's never physically seen me put them in there before, I know that for sure. But they weren't there. And I definitely thought I had gotten them last month. So I went to refill the prescription today and the pharmacy tech told me I'd have to pay because insurance only covers them every 3 months. Basically confirming that I had picked them up last month. I went home on my lunch break to look for them and spent 30 minutes flipping my bedroom upside down trying to find them. I looked in every bag, box, crevice, and drawer and they were just gone. Here's where it gets fishy. 3 weeks ago, my husband and I had an argument because I am very terrified to have children. I know that it's great, and I won't regret it, according to every mother ever, but I just don't want to do it. There are so many children in this world who need a parent. I would so much rather adopt. Well, I told him this and he freaked. I understand why he was upset, but there is a laundry list of reasons why I just don't want to do it, and his lack of compassion in other situations definitely feeds into that. Anyway, fast forward to now, I confronted him about my BC disappearing and he had a very strange reaction. He said, I said I want kids, but not right now. I'm not about to go throwing your birth control away. That, to me, seemed like a weird way to skate around the topic. This was also over text message and he had waited a good 30 minutes to respond. We've been fighting a lot recently about a variety of other things and this just seemed like very convenient timing. I'm just not 100% sure. It seems like such a crazy thing to do. Just want to hear others' thoughts on it. Too long did not read. My birth control went missing around the same time my husband and I started fighting about kids. How did you, who does not want children, manage to marry someone who does? What did you talk about before you got married? I think this is a pretty clear sign that you need to get out of this relationship. You seem to be incompatible. He wants biological kids, you don't want to be pregnant. Neither of you is wrong, but that's a big difference to try to overcome. One of you is always going to resent giving in to the other if you stay together. No amount of counseling is likely to help in that case. I do think he's trying to baby trap you. Especially when your birth control went missing after fighting about kids, and his behavior when, helping, you look for your BC. Kids are not something you can compromise about. Be kind and end things. You are not compatible long term. Well, the consequences of not finding BC equals no sex. No sex equals no kids. He's so guilty, 0 female taking them. Get an IUD. My 30 female husband, 38 male, lied about the cost of my engagement ring. For background, my 30 female husband, 38 male, and I have been married for almost a decade. We got married on $20 sterling silver rings and have had them up to this point. I still love mine and had not been asking for a diamond ring. On our anniversary this year, he surprised me with a diamond ring and said he had been setting aside cash for years to pay for it. He said he did end up putting some of it on a credit card that he opened with the jeweler, because he didn't want me to be suspicious of a semi-large purchase. So basically he says he paid for most of it in cash and some on card. He volunteered that it was a couple $1,000s. I did not ask this info. I love the ring. The issue is that I found the receipt that says he paid $700 for the ring. All of it on the credit card. I immediately felt misled. I asked him about it and asked if there was anything I was doing that made him feel like he had to lie about it. He immediately got defensive and dug deeper, saying he paid for most of it in cash and that $700 is what was left over that he put on the card. The receipt does not indicate that any part of the transaction was done in cash or that the total was more than $700. I looked up the item number on the receipt on their website and it says it's a $700 ring. It actually says it was originally $900 but is on clearance. He also lied about the carat size, though not significantly, and I could even have chalked that up to him just messing it up on accident. I guess I'm really second-guessing myself here. He says he'll have to talk to them about it to prove himself. I'm just heartbroken at what seems like such an obvious lie here. Is there any chance I'm just not seeing things right? I feel like I need to call the jeweler myself so that he can't gaslight me about any conversation they have, but that seems so crazy and petty to me. Should I call the jeweler, drop it completely, or wait to see what my husband says next? It's weird to continue lying. He's been caught. I wonder why he feels the need. I'd find out, because there could be some other issue you are unaware of. Okay, you caught him. He lied to make it sound more expensive than it was. There is no other explanation. He just lied. It was pride. It's troubling he's doubling down, ridiculous even. But if he doesn't have the track record of a liar, I'd maybe let this one go and let him save face. He's probably embarrassed that at nearly $40 $700 was the best he could do. There is a lot of pressure to be able to do more, especially when we live in a culture where men are expected to drop $10–50K on a silly piece of polished carbon. Now, if he lies to you all the time, you've got a bigger problem, and I would not let it go. I would worry about this more if it was something that carried into other aspects of the relationship, cause that would be different. But just from this seems he may have been self-conscious about the fact that you got married with $20 rings, felt he should have spent more to show he cared, and he wanted to make a grand gesture that he can spoil, care for you. At the end of the day it depends how you feel, but I think you just need to sit down and make sure he understands that the dollar figure wasn't something you were concerned about and that you appreciate it regardless, as opposed to focusing in on his fault. This was all just to impress you. Just show him you appreciate him. Any lie is a reason for concern. I think he is scared of letting you down. I just watched my F28 boyfriend, M30, delete a message chain from someone I don't know. Update. He recovered his messages in front of me. He said he panicked because he never talks to strangers on Insta and didn't even know why he did it. Conversation was totally innocent and she started it by saying, "Hey, how's it going?" He responded, "Good, do I know you?" And she said, "I don't, but I just like to chat sometimes," and they both talked about where they were from and their jobs, and that was it. Honestly still makes me uneasy, but nothing actually happened. Original post. Hey guys, I've never posted before but I'm so anxious I can't sleep. Even though boyfriend is sleeping soundly right beside me. Okay, so we have been dating 5 years now and nothing shady has ever happened that I know of. I would have said I trusted him 100% before this. So earlier today while I was at work, someone found me on TikTok and private messaged me a, very obviously fake, screenshot of my boyfriend asking some girl to video chat. It was an Instagram chat. When I got home yesterday I told my boyfriend about this and showed him, but neither of us recognized the name of the person. But he took out his phone and I guess he thought I couldn't see because I watched him delete a chat from someone named Victoria and then tell me I could look through his phone if I wanted. I had no idea how to react in the moment and didn't confront him, but I am regretting that now because I want answers. And I think this situation is significant other weird anyway because I don't have Instagram, so this person has to know him to have messaged me and found me on a whole nother SM platform. Just freaking out that I have no way of knowing what's in those messages that were deleted, and I literally thought he was the one. Sad face. WTF do I do? Please help me. Peas, I just bought a new car with this guy and I'm freaking out. TLDR, my boyfriend deleted a message thread from some girl I don't know and then invited me to look through his phone? I think it's safe to assume he's been messaging Victoria inappropriately. Only you can decide on how to go forward. Ask him straight up, who's Victoria? How long have you been messaging and has there been anyone else? Someone was decent enough to send you something, be thankful for that. I'm really sorry you're going through this. If he has an iPhone, if you click edit on the top left it gives the option to show recently deleted messages. You have to confront him. Did you check his deleted messages? Still wouldn't trust him even after the update. Why is he responding to messages from random women on Insta and carrying conversations with them? Not appropriate. In the future don't be in such a rush to alert him of anything. You need to do your own investigation first. If someone provides you with some info, ask questions and dig deeper. Try to talk to everyone involved and then talk to your boyfriend. Winking face.